a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Hey, I'm Tyler Kennedy, 2009 Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup champion here, and trust me, I know what it's like to play to the max. That's why I recommend the patented Heads-Up sports training system, improving reaction time and your spatial awareness with this dynamic training system all at your fingertips. Train smarter with endless applications for any position. It's that simple. HeadsUpSTS.com. Play with your head up.
Looking for real 100% natural pain relief? Hey, Kurt Angle, 1996 Olympic gold medalist and 13-time world champion here. Trust me, I know pain. You can either suffer or manage it. That's why I use Curable Active to help relieve my aches and pains naturally. Curable Active topicals have you covered with fast-acting, all-natural pain relief the Kurt Angle way. Look for Curable in stores or go to curable.com and get 20% off. Use promo code USA at KURIBL.com.
I use Book a Limo on all my trips. They have drivers everywhere.
I always feel safe when I travel with their chauffeurs, from hello to goodbye.
Checking rates, booking, and managing clients' reservations online is so easy.
The confirmations, trip reminders, and car status updates are great when I'm on the go.
I want my clients to have the best experience during their trip. That's why I've used Book a Limo for the past 30 years.
What's your destination? Book a limo, any car, anywhere.
Gonna get out pretty, baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Hewitt creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime, and don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
The 2026 PIHL High School Hockey Playoffs are on TenbandTV, and the road to the 2026 Penguins Cup hits the semifinal exit here at RMU on Neville Island tonight as a Class AA doubleheader on tap for you on TBTV. Game 1, the top-seeded Hempfield Spartans against number 4 Bethel Park. Good evening and welcome to the 2026 PIHL Penguins Cup High School Hockey Playoffs. Alongside Tyler Polk, Matt Vandriak, center ice with you here tonight. Hempfield, the number 1 seed, they come in 17-3-0 overall. Number 4 Bethel Park, 15-6 overall. To get here tied, Hempfield, they defeated Erie Cathedral Prep 4-2 in the quarterfinals. 4 different Spartans scored in the win. Nino DiPietro had 2 assists. Hempfield strongly dominating that game, outshooting the Ramblers 42-14. Bethel Park, a exciting quarterfinal round matchup, knocking off Bishop McCourt 5-4. Lucas Christian had 3 points, 2 goals and an assist, including the GWG in OT.
Yeah, it's been really impressive to see this Hempfield team. Of course, they're looking for that first ever Penguins Cup, and for them to knock out Erie Cathedral Prep, who last year won that Penguins Cup in fantastic fashion in overtime, it proves that this is a different Spartans team. A lot of balanced scoring. They come at you in waves. They're looking to do that against a, first time dropping down Bethel Park team. This is their first foray in AA. They have won 7 Penguins Cups in AAA. They're looking for their first in the AA classification.
Okay, Ty, you mentioned the history for Bethel Park. In the words of Aaron Lewis from Stain, though, it's been a while since the Blackhawks have raised a championship. And as you mentioned, a different level here for the Blackhawks as they battle on the AA level and hit the semifinals for the first time in a while as well.
Yeah, and we always have seen this Bethel Park team as really one of the strengths of high school hockey here in Pennsylvania, but the last few years, it just hasn't come across that way. But they've managed to take this drop down after a couple tough years, and they've looked really fantastic. I got the chance to see them against Mount Lebanon in that exhibition contest, and you could see the aggression. It hadn't been there from Bethel Park in years. They're aggressive, they score well, and they support the puck well. That's the important thing for them.
This is the third meeting of the season between these teams. Hempfield sweeping the regular season series. The Spartans winning 3-2 in a shootout back on October the 28th. And then 8-0 they won on January 22nd. That first meeting at the YMCA rink that is in Bethel Park. Hempfield led 2-0 going into the third period before Bethel Park scored twice in the third to tie the game. Evan Saltzgiver, he was stellar in net for the Spartans that night. He stopped 38 of 40 shots. Andrew Bryan and J.J. Williams scored for Hempfield. Lucas Christen and Jack Hartman found the net for the Blackhawks in the loss. The second meeting at the Kirk Nevin Arena in Greensburg, the Spartans jumped to a 3-0 lead in the first period and never looked back, scoring twice in the second, 3 times in the third, en route to that blowout win. Nino DiPietro netting the hat trick for Hempfield. Mats March had a goal and 2 assists. Evan Saltzgiver, that is strong again, turning aside all 27 shots he faced to post a shutout. Talking about these teams, you mentioned Bethel Park. Balance. It wasn't just an album from Van Halen. There was a lot of balance on this Bethel Park team. Scoring-wise, tied Bethel Park, 10 different players reached double digits in regular season points.
One guy that I'm looking to see the most out there is Peter Velisaris. He had 2 goals against Mount Lebanon in that exhibition game, but he carried the play well. Really, this Bethel Park team, they're quick ups, they're aggressive. Yes, they lost 8-0 versus Hempfield, but I look at, okay, let's see the shot total. 27 against him. That was just stellar goaltending.
Talked about Peter Velisaris. He led the Blackhawks in goals with 11. He tied for the team lead in regular season points with 17. Lucas Christen, 10 goals with 7 assists. Dylan Hartman, 9 goals, 8 assists, also had 7 points on the regular season for the Blackhawks. In goal, Logan Kallela and Kevin Tiemann, they split the goaltending duties. Kallela was 8-1-0 in the regular season, 1.86 goals against average, 9-12 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. Kevin Tiemann, he was 6-4-1 at 2.93 goals against average, 8.76 save percentage, but talking to Coach Mike Shaw, he's riding the hot hand. Tiemann was hot down the stretch. Tiemann got the win over Bishop McCourt in the opening round, and we'll see Kevin Tiemann in goal for Bethel Park tonight.
That's smart. You roll with the goaltender that got you to the dance in Tiemann, and the one thing about him, he's aggressive, side to side. He's always challenging. He's at the top of his crease. He's very rarely in the paint deep. So he's going to challenge these Hempfield shooters. I don't think you're going to have an 8-0 Hempfield game like they had before.
I agree with you there. It's a Hempfield team, though, that is scoring heavy. They're led by Garen Gardner. He had 42 regular season points, 16 goals, 26 assists. Behind him, 3 Spartans netted 30 or more points on the regular season. J.J. Williams had 33 with 17 goals and 16 assists. Nino DiPietro had 31 with 18 goals and 13 assists. Nick Krupe, he had 30 points with 12 goals and 18 assists. And Colby Heron also had 30 with 13 goals and 17 assists. 3 other Spartans scored 20-plus points on the regular season as well. Same story in goal for Hempfield. They had a tandem. Evan Saltzgiver and Aiden Nader shared the net. Nader was 7-0-0, 1.52 goals against average, 9.19 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. Saltzgiver 10-3-0 in the regular season, 2.66 goals against average, 9.09 save percentage, and 1 shutout. Same philosophy for Mike Albright at Hempfield. They've had a tandem. They went with the hot hand down the stretch. It was Evan Saltzgiver who backstopped the victory over Erie Cathedral Prep in the first round. It'll be Evan Saltzgiver in the Hempfield net tonight as well.
I'll add on to your total there. There's 5 scorers with 30 or more points for Hempfield. I did the math real quick. So that proves that it's 2 lines they run out there. That's going to be a lot for this Bethel Park team who doesn't have the numbers that you usually see from them. Yes, they're down in AA, but they're down in numbers overall. Only 1 scratch for them.
At time we kind of joked before the game. It looked like Hempfield had more scratches than Bethel Park had players dressed.
Yeah, 6 of them for the Spartans, and they're usually down in A, so it's definitely, well, reversal from both sides.
We'll pause now for the playing of our national anthem.
For the playing of our national anthem.
National anthem here at the RMU Island Sports Center on Neville Island. We ready to kick off game 1 of 2. The Class AA semifinals. Number 1 Hempfield, number 4 Bethel Park, ready to face off for the 3rd time this season. Coaching staff for these respective sides. For the Spartans, the top-seeded Hempfield team led by Mike Albright as assistants, Andrew Dunford, Ethan Grant, and John Weinbrenner. Bethel Park, they're coached by Mike Shaw. His assistants are Alex Bloom, Jason Bauer, and Tyler Miller. Top-seeded Hempfield going to move right to left to get the party started. They're decked out in the home whites with the blue trim. Left to right, the visiting Blackhawks will move. They're decked out in the road blacks with the orange and white trim. Again, the goaltending matchup in the net to our left for Bethel Park is Kevin Tiemann. Tiemann 1-0 in the playoffs with a 4.0 goals against average. In the net to our right for Hempfield, Evan Saltzgiver. Saltzgiver also 1-0 in the postseason with a 2.0 goals against average. Ty, they say the hardest thing in sports is to beat the same team 3 times. Can the Spartans get it done tonight, or will Bethel Park 3rd time be the charm for the Blackhawks?
Well, regardless, whatever you think of it, it's going to be really intriguing.
Face off at center red. Matt Smarts against Ezra Kozak to get it started. Little jostling behind the referee, and the face-off won by the Blackhawks. Had a chance to talk to both of these coaches before the game as Bethel Park dumps it back into the Hempfield zone. For the Spartans, Kevin Sabie will go back there and get it. Bringing it here to the near side, Steele, turning try, blocked in front, puck squirts through, kept in, down the slot, shot through traffic, deflects wide. Ezra Kozak, a couple of looks, tough angle shot by the Blackhawks, back towards the net, wide of the net. Bethel Park coming out strong here in the early going, good cycle here behind the net, Peter Velisaris. Velisaris around to the left point, shot through traffic, floats wide. First man of the puck, there's Jack Hartman. Hartman pushing it back to the far boards, taken away, cleared out by the Spartans, and here comes Hempfield back the other way. Andrew Bryant, lead feet up the right side, looks for Matt Smarts. Smarts battling down low against Kozak. Puck staying behind the Blackhawk net, was on the meshing for a second, then Bethel Park will come away with it and looking to clear. Back to the neutral zone, and we have a whistle here behind the play. Talked to these coaches before the game. Mike Shaw told me that the keys to this Bethel Park team is consistency and hard work. Todd, we talked about this is a very balanced team with depth, as it showed through the scoring throughout the season as well.
Yeah, both teams have a ton of depth on each side, though what really will get interesting here is the forecheck for Bethel Park. Hempfield threw it right up the middle of the ice, and that allowed that first chance for the Blackhawks.
Coach Shaw said the key tonight is to play smart. Has a long shot from the blue line there by Husa, is gloved down by Evan Saltzgiver. He said that Bethel Park was really taken out of their element as Hempfield brought a strong forecheck in that second game, and the Blackhawks were behind before they knew what hit them. So the key to his team being successful tonight is playing smart and not taking penalties. Face-off won here by Hempfield. That's Luke Horrell back behind the net over to the far side. Spinning away from a checker, there's Brady Wassel. Wassel loses it in front of the net on an attempted steal there by Kai Decker. Decker finds it behind the net, tries to center, blocked down by the defense there of Hempfield as Luke Horrell knocked it down. Bethel Park, though, maintaining with good cycle here. Blackhawks out to the circle, puck played back behind the net. Has a man in front, but can't center. On the doorstep there was Lucas Christen. Hempfield going to bring it back the other way. Jonathan Holtzman leads the charge, passing off here now to Garen Gardner. Gardner circle, shot from the top of the circle. Redirects, goes just wide. Nino DiPietro tried to pass back to the right point, too far, out of the zone it goes. And a break there for Bethel Park, Todd. Not only do they get out of the zone, they get some fresh troops on as well.
Yeah, that redirect just missed the inside of the post. It went to the outside, just barely.
Bethel Park steals at the right point. Shot taken there by Jack Hartman, blocked down by the Spartans. BP keeps it in, though.
How many times have you seen this early on? BP's forecheck making it difficult for Hempfield to make it up the ice.
Puck turned back from center red there by Caden Bush. Played behind the net by goaltender Evan Saltzgiver. Bethel Park there first, but 3 white jerseys will take the puck away for the home team. And now a steal, flag down, shot on, blocker to side. On a good look there by Lucas Bombich. Stole it himself, got the glove on it, and now a centering feed goes through the slot over to the left point. Shot coming, stick save made as Keelan Jones put it on. Kept in again, Bombich banks it off the boards all the way around here to the near side. First man there is Bush. Bush throwing it towards the net. Now he's going to chase his own dump back behind, centering feed in the slot, nobody home. Hempfield trying to get it out, flagged down and kept in. Bombich having a strong shift for the Blackhawks and finding the Spartans clear, and this will be the length of the rink for an icing call. Todd, we're about 3 minutes into this opening period, the Blackhawks have had the better play so far.
Yeah, this is an aggressive 2-2-1 forecheck that they're doing right now. Basically everything Hempfield wants to do, they're trying to make it up to the boards. They're forcing it to the middle. Take the board, support the puck, and get an opportunity from there. Too many times up the middle, the passes have been intercepted.
Face off in the right circle, and Bethel Park wins the draw. Bombich wrapping it back behind the net. Jack Hartman centers, and nobody home there. Trying to connect on the pass to Ezra Kozak. Up the far side, Owen Reether. Point-to-point pass here to the near side. Eric Husa dumps it in at the blue line. Kozak meets resistance. Now a good check thrown out here as well from Maddox Wills.
Now the neutral zone's clogged up for Hempfield.
Spartans are having a tough time getting the puck out. Shot on there, blocked. Follow-up try with the screen in front. Save made, Saltzgiver. And he finds the rebound as well as Bethel Park buzzing early. Couple of good looks there for both Feliceris and Hartman, but the door shut by number 31 in white.
Yeah, really big moves by Saltzgiver early on here. He's been the story because Hempfield's just throwing this up the middle willy-nilly. There's nothing going on up the middle. Use the wall. Bank it off the glass.
Face off in the right circle. Spartans win it, but the puck flagged down with the glove there by Kai Decker. Decker works to the corner, bodied up there by Luke Horrell. Bethel Park comes away with it. Digging in is Andrew Bryant. He's double teamed as the puck taken away. Decker had it for a second, then stolen back by Horrell, who finds an outlet up the far side. Horrell banks it off the boards. Lead feed for Matt Smarts, not connecting. And now Bethel Park brings it back. Opportunity here for Decker. Decker against two white jerseys. Has a man. One-timer. Big save and the rebound covered as Christen in the slot. Ripping the one-timer, but Saltzgiver says no.
Once again, a big save by Saltzgiver. They did try to use the right wall, but Bethel Park's able to break up and along there and get a big pass into the slot. Christen probably didn't get all of it. He wanted to elevate that.
Yeah, I think you're right. Christen did as much as he wanted that puck because he was looking for the one-timer and ended up shooting it actually into the equipment of the goaltender Saltzgiver, who's come up with some big stops here for Hempfield in the early going as Bethel Park has had the better of the play here through the first part of this opening period. Hempfield feeds it back across center ed. Gardner going to chip and chase into the corner. First man there was Owen Reether for Bethel Park. Over here to the left point, kept in. Good work there by Kevin Saby. Around the horn it goes, and BP going to bring it out. Floater through center ed. Glove down there by Luke Fouth. Fouth trying to battle against four white jerseys. Chases it down. Puck comes back to the point. Shot towards the net. Taken there by Tyler Miller. Blocked down in front by the Hempfield defense. But Bethel Park there again as they change lines behind the play. Cross ice feed. Owen Reether. Banged into the boards there on a good solid check by Evan Dunlap. Behind the net for Bethel Park, Emerson Fost. Hempfield brings it back. Lead feed looking for Jonathan Holtzman. First man there, there's Caden Bush. Centering feed. And it's going to be Reether up the far side. Cut off in the neutral zone by Brady Wassel. Hempfield needs a touch up to get back on side. Bethel Park will get the exit here right in front of us. Puck chipped into the Spartan zone there by St. John Stainbrook. Couple of players tumbling. As the exit here for Bethel Park, it's J.J. Williams. Williams breaks the Blackhawk zone, but offsides against the Spartans as Krupe had already crossed the line.
Yeah, got it caught up in the skates of Krupe, but already in the last two rushes up the ice, better by Hempfield. They've been supporting the puck. They were just throwing it to the middle in the first 4 minutes.
Face off just outside the Bethel Park blue line. And the draw won by the Spartans. Pushed back into the Hempfield zone. Nathan Planey gives chase. Planey back behind his own net. Trying to bring over here to the near side. Bethel Park steals again. Puck played back behind the Spartans net. Good pressure here by Jack Hartman. Spartans will come away with it though. Now here comes the outlet. Up the left side, breaking it across center red. That's J.J. Williams. Williams dragging deep. Centers, has a man in the right circle. Shot coming and firing up and over the net. Hempfield had the look, but unable to connect. There was Nathan Planey. Blackhawks bring the charge back. Hartman breaks the zone. Long shot, glove down by Saltzgiver, and he keeps the play moving as he shuffles it over to Brady Wassel. Outlet pass. Here come the Spartans 2-on-2. Crossing the line, dropping it back, top of the circle. Now a man, the trailer, couldn't turn the shot over. Krupe wanted that on the forehand, tie the pass on the backhand, and Bethel Park brings it back. They'll dump and change.
Kirstein with a good poke check, though.
Puck floated to the Hempfield net. Spartans slow it down. Here they come. Krupe across center red. He's going to dump it in. Stepping to the left of the net there to keep the play moving is Tiemann for the Blackhawks. Tiemann's been the less busier of the two keepers here so far through this opening period. Almost a steal there by Colby Heron. But Bethel Park brings it back with numbers. Bush leads the charge. Has a trailer. Finds him. Wrister saves Saltzman. As Dylan Hartman just on tie had a look from the circle. But Saltzgiver again equal to the task.
Yep, Hartman coming with a head of steam down the right wing after they set up on the half wall. You'll get to see it on the replay. Look at this. That's great find by Bush there. But again, Saltzgiver shutting off the angle.
Saltzgiver's been strong so far, and he has been tested in the early going.
Call him Savesgiver.
Indeed. Strong start for Bethel Park, but Saltzgiver's been the difference maker here so far, as he has not given anything up yet. Bethel Park with the better of the play here in the early going. Almost 7 minutes into this opening period. Cross-ice feed. Here comes Bethel Park. Dylan Hartman going to dump and chase his own feed there. Dylan the freshman, Jack the senior. Brother combo for Bethel Park. Pass comes back to the point, floated back towards the net there by the Blackhawks' Keelan Jones. Over to the left side. Blackhawks doing a great job. Ty with the forecheck and the cycle. They've really had Hempfield on their heels here in the early going.
Hey, that was the biggest compliment you can give me.
Well, you don't have a shrine yet at the Alpha Ice Complex, but we're going to work on that. Drop pass to the right side. Christen sets it up. Centering feed. Late man on again, but the pass on the backhand there for Husa. Husa backhands it through the slot, trying to find Dylan Hartman, who can't turn it over, but he'll find it along the boards. Puck pushed back behind the net there. Kai Decker tries to force his way out. Driving strong. Spartans will clear. This one's sent all the way. Will it have the length? It will. And icing the call against Hempfield, who right now, Ty, definitely not playing their game.
Yeah, that's not an 8-0 team again as I opened up there. You're not going to see that again. But Decker trying to, try a stuff attempt right from the far post and nearly got his way. Great job by Hempfield, able to collapse down low on him.
Faceoff stays in the home zone to our right. Spartans win the defensive zone draw. Tyler Miller going to dump this one around up the far side. Cross-ice feed. Bethel Park cuts it off. At the Blackhawks line, Luke Fouth. Got a whistle here behind the play. And we'll face it off in the neutral zone. Just under 9 minutes left here in this opening period. Tied to a point, the ice has been tilted in favor of the number 4 seed Blackhawks.
Yeah, but credit to Hempfield. They figured out the strong side lock that they've been playing on the forecheck so far. That's how they've been able to get better advances lately.
Here they come. Saby brings it across center red, dumps it in as he collides with Bethel Park's Luke Foth. And taking no chances there is Tiemann. He covers up and holds. A rare offensive zone face-off here in this opening period for the Spartans.
I think that's just a second.
Talked to Hempfield head coach Mike Albright. He said this is a senior-laden team, a veteran team. 10 seniors, 8 juniors. Obviously scoring has been the strength to this Spartans team's success this season. And he says the key to this game is for Hempfield to play smart defensively. And he feels that if his team plays their game, plays smart, stays out of the box, they have a chance to win this third game against Bethel Park this year. Hempfield setting it up along the left wall. Centering feed doesn't go through. DiPietro, and he scores! Nino DiPietro! Just threw it to the net. Traffic in front. It gets through Tiemann's legs, and Hempfield strikes first with 8:24 left here in the opening period.
Talk about the shock of the century. You get to see it right there. Gardner just throws it on. Gardner might have actually tipped that.
He might be right.
Had the shot, but it looked like it hit off of his skate or the edge of his stick on the blade side. That's just throwing it on and hoping for a prayer there.
Prayer answered. If DiPietro got it, it is indeed a prayer. If Gardner got it, it's a good deflection. Either way, Hempfield gets the first goal of the game on a fluky one after a great start by Bethel Park. We'll wait for the announcement. So it's DiPietro who gets it. An unassisted goal. So, Ty, that may have hit a Bethel Park stick or skate in front of the net, too, because it looked like it changed direction. Either way, DiPietro, as you said, just throwing it to the net, and he scores. And now Velaceris brings it back, tries to put it on. Good block by the defense there of the Spartans. Right point shot blocked again. Nice job by Williams to get in front of that after the first offering was blocked down by Nathan Planey. Here comes Hempfield back out the other way. Through the neutral zone. Blackhawks have it. Give it away. Williams breaks the zone. Drags it to the slot. Good stick check there. Coming back on the play by Velaceres. Hempfield tries to center. Velaceres breaks it up again from the left circle. Blackhawks going to send this one out. This one's not going to be icing because it'll hit the net. But now for the first time tonight, Bethel Park back on their heels a bit after giving up that goal.
Yeah, and again, it's Saltzgiver. That's the big reason why that's not maybe 3-1 Bethel Park so far.
Spartan's going to dump and change as around the horn it comes here to Owen Reether. Reether reverses it back behind the net to Caden Bush. Over to the far side now, Emerson Fost trying to find an out here. Retreating is Owen Reether, pressured on the play. Hempfield comes away with it, centering pass in the circle, and Colby Heron was there but could not get a stick on that pass. All the way back to the Spartans' end, Kevin Saby circles back to the right side. He'll send the lead feed too far, and they're going to say that Bethel Park could have played it, so the icing call is waved off. Bush banged into the end boards on a good check by Heron. Centering try, and Martz just misses there. Blackhawks trying to break it back the other way. Good recovery, though, by Hempfield's Andrew Bryant. Bush brings it back for the Blackhawks. Crosses into the Hempfield zone. Rister patted aside by Saltzgiver. Over to the far boards it goes. Dylan Hartman trying to chase his own dump in there. And it's going to be Heron sending it out. Blackhawks need to get back on side and touch up. So we have 6 minutes left here in this opening period. Here comes Dylan Hartman. Hartman has a man. One-time try. Just missing there was Kai Decker. Almost looked like he lost an edge. Blackhawks keep it. Behind the net. Hartman looking for a lane as he goes over to the far side. Over to the left wall. It's going to be Decker. Decker bodied up. And Heron going to bring it out for the Spartans. Through the neutral zone. Bryant stood up, though. Good defensive work there by Eric Husa.
Yeah, and also Martz with that close off on the wall as we got an icing on Bethel Park. The key for this game right now is how Hempfield was able to survive the first 4 minutes. Remember, it was a strong side lock forecheck that shut off the right side. They tried to go through the middle with it with long passes. Bethel Park shut it off, and Saltzgiver was huge in goal.
Face off here in the left circle. In the Blackhawks zone, Bethel Park wins the draw, but they can't clear the puck out. The roundabout there kept in by Jonathan Holtzman. Turning try from DiPietro, who throws it back to the net. The redirect save made, and now a whistle as DiPietro put it back, and Holtzman did get a piece of that one, Ty, and a good save by Tiemann there.
That was basically the shot that scored the goal by DiPietro. It's just a low swinger into there, and I think we also...
That was a real good redirect in front. Then we got a high stick on the play.
That was the play.
Afterwards, Holtzman was called for a high stick on the follow-up. So that's why the faceoff goes back to the neutral zone, but Hempfield wins and pushes in. Holtzman taken down.
Yeah, they're calling a penalty on that one. That's going to be a hold.
Husa's going to get 2 minutes in the penalty box and also 2 points for the takedown. That would make Kurt Angle proud.
Yeah.
So we'll see our first power play of the night. It'll be the Hempfield Spartans with the man advantage. On the regular season, Hempfield converted at 36% on the power play. Bethel Park's penalty kill, 76.2% they killed at. In the season series, Hempfield went 2 for 6 in the regular season games between them on the power play.
Hempfield's the top team in AA for power play percentage in the season.
Not what Bethel Park wanted to do. Horrell from the clean face-off win. Drifts point-to-point pass to the right side. Shot on off the iron as J.J. Williams from the top of the right circle makes it ring. DiPietro through traffic, blocked in front. Bush can't find it. It's in his case. He's going to try to get it out. Can't do it. Horrell keeps it in. Sending it down low. Looking for somewhere to go. Here's Martz all the way over. Pass goes back to the right point, setting things up. There's J.J. Williams. Williams to Horrell. Horrell back to Williams. Williams had a jump off a stick to the far boards. Williams the first man there, dumps it low. Martz challenged on the play, tries to work over Keelan Jones. And Hempfield keeps it in. DiPietro. Shot through traffic. Save made. Martz, I think, may have got a piece of that one, but Tiemann closes the door with a good stick save. Centering try. Back to the point. Williams on the right side. Drifts, looks, shot, block. Great sliding effort there by the Bethel Park defender. That was Luke Foth. Horrell all the way across the rink. DiPietro top of the right circle, rising, rip off the glass. Horrell at the left point, going to dump it down. Chasing after it there is March. This entire power play time up until right there, these Spartans have had it in for the first minute and 15 seconds of it, and here they come back. Big check as he entered the zone was Horrell. Kozak takes him out with a good shoulder bump at the blue line. Hempfield gets a change behind the play. Fresh unit of power play forwards out here. Martz, shot, blocked, and out of play. As getting the stick on that for Bethel Park was Tyler Miller.
Yeah, you could tell that Martz was just trying to force something there as he was waiting on the half wall, stepped off, and then Bethel Park able for the poke check into the netting. But yeah, that early on power play for Hempfield, very good. They got to continue that movement, though. They were getting good chances.
A minute and 20 seconds, Ty, of power play time was kept in the Bethel Park zone, but the Spartans have nothing to show for with 23 ticks remaining on this first man advantage of the night. Down the left side, Spartans setting it up. Tough angle, try, going to miss, going across the rink. Hempfield going to find it, Garen Gardner. Heron at the top of the left circle, through traffic, redirect, that's going to be out of play, and I think off the Spartans. Holtzman was trying for the tip, and ends up in the mesh.
Yes, he was. He directed it too high. He tried to ramp it up off his stick, and it just took too high of a ramp there. Also, credit to Bethel Park. They were able to get a deflection on that cross-ice pass in the slot. I believe it was Tyler Miller that was on it.
Tyler Miller was the man. 9 seconds remain in this Hempfield power play. Face-off in the circle, won by the Spartans. DiPietro, shimmy and shake to the dot. DiPietro works down low. DiPietro centers, nobody home. And Bethel Park going to kill the penalty. We are back to even strength. Goaltender Saltzman moves it ahead, but Williams and the Spartans are offsides.
Yeah, that wasn't a kill that you would basically write home about with that. That was more Hempfield in total control. And after those first 4 minutes, it was the question, would Hempfield find a way to respond from it? And they have, and it's been absolutely beautiful.
Ty, Bethel Park came out smoking to start this game. They really had control about the first 7 minutes of this first period. Then Hempfield got the goal by DiPietro that was just a, as you called it, a prayer thrown up, ends up in the back of the net. And since then, these Spartans have really taken control of this game.
Yeah, it's shots 9-4 in favor of Bethel Park. Through it all was that early rush by the Blackhawks.
And you mentioned Evan Saltzman in the net to our right, a big part of the reason why the Spartans are on top by a goal instead of down by maybe a couple. DiPietro takes his man off the puck. Here he comes, going to lead the charge, trying to go coast to coast. Dino DiPietro as a man stick blows out. DiPietro tries to shoot. Good block getting back there by Bethel Park's Owen Reether. Blackhawks back the other way. Kai Decker almost tripped over that loose stick. Back through center red. Martz on the right side of the red line for the Spartans. Dumps as the number 1 seed makes a change behind the play. Bethel Park retreats with about 2 minutes remaining here in this opening period. Only goal of the first period, Hempfield's Dino DiPietro. An even strength tally, his first of the playoffs. Kai Decker tries to go 1-on-3, and he's going to draw a penalty. And the Blackhawks will go to the man advantage for the first time tonight.
Yeah, finally able to get an answer back after that. I mean, that's just Decker making a play happen in that situation. As gone is Colby Heron.
Heron will sit down for, I believe, hooking. And we'll see Bethel Park go to the power play.
Yep, Decker put a power move right there, and that's just tournament over, hooking.
Bethel Park, power play on the regular season, 19.5%. Hempfield's penalty kill, stellar, Ty. They killed at a 90.1% clip. Regular season in the 2 matchups between these teams, Bethel Park 2 for 9 on the power play.
Yeah, 64-71, that's beautiful.
And Hempfield wins the draw, pushing it back to the neutral zone, forcing the Blackhawks back into their own end. Bush going to work his way back behind the cage as Bethel Park sets it up. Blackhawks will be on the power play for the remainder of this opening period, and if they don't score, they will have 4 minutes of power play, 4 seconds as a power play time, carrying over into the second period. Steele, Bush with the man in front, save made by Saltzgiver, and there's no rebound, Ty. He didn't see it, but he kept it out.
No, he did not. Credit to Peter Velisaris, right on the paint like Thomas Holmstrom. There was absolutely no way he saw that unless it was right on the ground. You get to see it here on TenbandTV. Good intercept by Bush. Oh, there was a screen with his man. I don't know how you could ask for anything other than that than not being in the back of the net.
Saltzgiver, that is, he is on point so far here tonight. And now Bethel Park has to re-enter. They're offsides. And going to have a neutral zone face-off. So, Ty, you made the point a little bit earlier. Saltzgiver really was the he was the early hero of this game because Bethel Park really brought it early, and Salzgiver made some key saves to keep it scoreless, and then Hempfield got that goal by DiPietro, which was a shot that was just thrown to the net with the hopes of ending up in the back of the net where it did.
Again, Bethel Park, they were forcing passes up the middle, and they were intercepting. Hempfield shut that down because there was a few more that was really close.
Working back behind the cage, Husa with 1 minute and 15 seconds on the power play, 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining here in this opening period. Cross-ice feed, here comes Dylan Hartman. Hartman leads the charge, drags to the right. Hartman going to take it back behind the net. The freshman works his way all the way around to the far side, back to the left point. Hartman gets it back in the circle. Hartman, wrist shot blocked. And Hempfield gets it out. Eric Husa resets. Here comes the Blackhawks. Husa enters the zone, dropping it, trying to drop it back there to Tyler Miller. Husa tries to go back to Miller now along the right side. Backhands it past everybody. Lucas Christen trying to battle against Williams. Christen frees the puck up. Finding it there for Bethel Park. Drop pass, blocked. Miller couldn't get it on off the feed there from Kozak. Ezra Kozak sets it up back to the left point. Point-to-point pass here to the right point. Husa drags, tries to shoot. Nice block getting in front of it there by Martz. And the Spartans get the clear.
Yep, stepping up on the man by Martz, able to take it off the skate blade.
Hustling back, here's Miller, long shot there, and he rips it up and over the net. Under 10 seconds left in the period. Blackhawks buzzing here late in the frame. Taken away, though, by Brady Wassel, can't get it out. Shot on, redirect in front, goes wide as the horn sounds to end period number 1. An exciting 17 minutes of hockey in the books here on the island. Your score after one of this Class AA semifinal matchup. It's Hempfield 1, Bethel Park nothing. We'll take a break and be back with your second period of action. After this, you're watching the 2026 PIHL Penguins Cup Playoffs on TenbandTV.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Hey Yins guys, just a reminder, Yinzer dogs and cooler beer are good food. Whether you're cooking at home or tailgating, grab an original Yinzer dog, kielbasa, pierogies, and lushkis at Giant Eagle. Yinzer dogs and cooler beer, a match made in Pittsburgh.
I use Book a Limo on all my trips. They have drivers everywhere.
I always feel safe when I travel with their chauffeurs, from hello to goodbye.
Checking rates, booking, and managing clients' reservations online is so easy.
The confirmations, trip reminders, and car status updates are great when I'm on the go.
I want my clients to have the best experience during their trip. That's why I've used Book a Limo for the past 30 years.
What's your
Back here at the Island Sports Center on Neville Island. Your score after one, this Class AA semifinal matchup. Top seed Hempfield leads number 4 Bethel Park 1-0 after one. Matt Vandriak, Tyler Polk with you. The 2026 road to the Penguins Cup is on TenbandTV. Ty, 1 goal in that opening period. It went the Spartans' way. Shots were heavily in favor of the Blackhawks, though, in that opening frame.
Shots 10-5 in favor of Bethel Park. 8:36 mark, Nino DiPietro with a spinning scrubber that found a way through for the only goal. Both teams unsuccessful on the power play in their one chance.
Teams switch sides. Bethel Park power play is over as the Blackhawks bring it back right to left. Drop pass. Bush will find it. He's the captain of this Bethel Park team. He'll dump it down and around. And we keep it in the visitor zone to our left. All the way to the far side, Hempfield loses it from the right point. Bethel Park has it. Blackhawks keep it moving. Good work there by Velaceris. Behind the net, good body check thrown out there by Brady Wassel, but the Blackhawks come away. Centering feed too far. Ezra Kozak was wide open. Kozak puts it back in front of the net. Velaceris can't turn it over, though. He was looking for a forehand pass. Jack Hartman behind the net, reverses direction. From his knees, Hartman keeps possession. Gets some help on the play there from Ezra Kozak. Shot from in tight, goes wide, spun in front off the outside of the net. Bush and Bethel Park. A good start to the second period for the Blackhawks. As I say that, it's Hempfield bringing it back the other way. Steal, drive, unable to turn the shot over was Garen Gardner as he was able to somehow push to the defense, but good recovery by the Blackhawks, and then Kevin Team in the last line of defense to keep it out.
Yeah, really strong recovery by Reither right in front as Garen Gardner, if he was able to get a clean handle of that, He has a breakaway from about his own red line. Midway line.
Face-off in the Blackhawk zone to our right. And the draw one by Bethel Park. They battle into the corner. Hempfield comes away with a backhander. Pat save made. As pushing in there was J.J. Williams. Bethel Park trying to work their way out. Pass here up the left side. Now moved across center red. It's Kai Decker. Decker spins as he breaks the Hempfield line, circles back to the left point. Decker works through a man. Great stick work, sending it down low. In tight, comes back. Decker! Score! Christen with the setup. Decker with the finish. And the Blackhawks tie the game. 1:41 into the second period.
Yeah, who said the give and go isn't in hockey? What a setup by Lucas Christen, setting up on the end line there as we get to see the last play before that. Again, that's good too, but talk about that setup for that goal. Christen down low at his goal line, able to wait after that pass and set it up, and that's just brilliant finish.
Christen put it on the stick, and the Blackhawks tie the game. So Bethel Park, for all their hard work, tying another great start to the second period, rewarded this time with a beautiful goal to tie this one up.
Bethel Park goal. His first of the playoffs, scored by number 11, Kai Decker.
So Decker, the freshman, with the finish.
Assisted by number 7, Lucas Christen.
Another centering try.
17.
Christen will get the only assist. Blackhawks get the equalizer, and right now they have Hempfield backpedaling a bit to start the second period. Bethel Park takes it away. Tyler Miller dumping it in.
Matt, real quick about that play. Decker set up that pass. He really got an assist on his own goal. That was a beautiful give-and-go play.
Bethel Park buzzing now. They try to work it to the net again. Trying to push it through there was Hartman. Big check along the near boards. Blackhawks throw it back. March sets it up in a lead feed here. Chipped ahead, but cut off. Good defensive work in the neutral zone there by Bethel Park's Luke Pfaff. And now here comes Lucas Bombich. Bombich 1-on-3. Wrist shot blocked and out of play. Is stepping in front of it there for Hempfield was Kevin Saby.
Yeah, now we get to see the setup there on that last goal. Decker spinning out to the left point. Look
work.
at that movement. You see Christen right there on the goal line. Decker right there. That's beautiful.
And I like the patience there by Decker, Ty. He didn't one-time that. He took it, dragged it a bit, and then ripped it home.
Took a heartbeat there and was able to bury it in the slot.
So Decker, just a freshman, he tallies. Bethel Park from the face-off win. Shot block. Good job there by Hempfield's Luke Horrell to get in front of it. And the Spartans try to get it out. Lead pass cut off. Good work there in the neutral zone. And now here comes Ezra Kozak. Kozak gets around two men. Has a man in front. Great block by Hempfield's Nathan Planey on that try there from Peter Velaceris. But that was some excellent work on the play by Bethel Park's Ezra Kozak. Bringing it back now. Jack Hartman to the net. Glove save by Saltzgiver. And Bethel Park, Ty, they're feeling it here in the second period.
Yeah, they got it going after that. I mean, a give-and-go play, a nice move, that becomes contagious. We've seen that again from Bethel Park. Their stick work has been fantastic the last two go-arounds. Now we get to see it right here on the 10-man replay. Watch this dipsy doodle by Kozak. He gets around another man, and that's a brilliant setup. It's just off the shaft of the stick by Velaceris.
Ezra Kozak, there's a 1990s band called Better Than Ezra that had a song called Good. That was Better Than Good on the work there by Ezra. Hempfield going to bring it back. Go to the depths. Go back to the 90s. Battling here in the Hempfield zone. I'm sorry, in the Bethel Park zone. The Spartans, Ty, they've not had a lot of zone time. This second period, very reminiscent of the way the first period started. The only difference is the Blackhawks have a goal to show for it this time. Williams drops the puck back. Wills has a man. One-time shot blocker to side as Krupe took it. And a good stop by Kevin Tiemann. Centering feed. And in the slot there was Maddox Wills. Couldn't turn it over. Blackhawks turn it back. And Horrell pressured on the play by St. John Stainbrook. Williams tries to take his man out as Kai Decker, who's shown his skill, tries to center. Unfortunately, his teammate lost the stick. That's okay. St. John Stainbrook finished his check without it. Williams comes back as a Blackhawk is fouled. Drop pass. Fanning on the shot. Redirect score! Maddox Wills gives the Spartans the lead back. Ty, that fan turns out to be perfect for the Spartans as it ends up right on Will's stick, and he puts it home.
Yeah, Krupe with a coup there. You saw that little fake he did. That was intentional. He wanted to put that on goal, and it ended up working. Watch this setup. Krupe with the drop pass. A little bit of a shoulder fake, even with the shoulders. Swag. Kill him with the shoulders.
He certainly did. Intentional or not, that was a pretty one. And Maddox Wills, the sophomore, on the doorstep. Gives Hempfield the lead back 2-1 with 12:47 left here in the second period. Heron, long try, that goes wide. Here comes Bethel Park back with speed. Up the right side, Dylan Hartman trying to get around everybody. Hartman takes it coast to coast. J.J. Williams gets a secondary assist, as Ty mentioned. Krupe with the setup. He's going to tell you he intended to do that, but I think the Blackhawks defender is the reason why that puck ended up right on Will's stick in front, is the deflection to perfection for the Spartans.
I mean, Young Dro has a song called Shoulder Lean. That's what you got right there here with the Dro.
We got some pretty goals and some pretty efforts so far, bringing it back. Hartman's shot blocked. Nice job getting in front there by Sabine. Back the other way comes Heron. 3-on-3. Into the slot, nobody home. Bouncing puck. One-time rip, and Andrew Bryant fires just wide. From the point, good block, as on his knees, losing his timber was Hartman, and he still made the play. Hempfield got a touch up to get onside. Bethel Park has a chance to exit. Here comes Owen Reether. Coast to coast, Reether's shot goes wide. Over to the right side, Hartman can't out-muscle DiPietro, and DiPietro lead feed. Here comes Colby Heron. Heron stick check to perfection by Reether. Spartans keep it in, dumping it. DiPietro, great job handling. DiPietro, backhander. Tiemann has to be sharp to stop that one. DiPietro, so close to getting number 2 there, and that one wouldn't have been a lucky shot. That was all skill. But Tiemann shut the door. Now Bombich back the other way for the Blackhawks. On to the net. Saltzgiver sticks it aside. And a lead feed there by the Spartans too far. It's going to go the length, and we'll be icing against Hempfield. Face-off back in the home zone to our left, but Ty, familiar script in the second period. Bethel Park, they came out strong again. This time they got a goal, but Hempfield gets the go-ahead goal, and the Blackhawks seem maybe a little bit rattled right now.
Actually, I think the question is, the first 4 minutes started like the first 4 minutes of this game. So the question is, are the top lines for the Blackhawks a little gassed?
Bethel Park working here. Down the right side, pushed behind the net there by Lucas Bombich. Reversed back around to the far side.
Miller almost got that from a sharp angle on the backhand.
The Blackhawks trying to get this equalizer. Bethel Park has not led yet tonight. And Hempfield brings it back. Krupe leads the charge. He set up the last goal. Trying to drop that puck back there to Max Cromwell. Over to the far side now. Brady Wassel comes back to Williams. Shot in tight. Save made. Well defended on the play too by Bethel Park. As getting in there for the Blackhawks was Luke Foth to make sure that shot had a little less attempt on it, making the save a little bit easier for our team in there. Cleared out into the neutral zone, turned back, and the Blackhawks watch as Hempfield dumps and changes. Calvin Kirstein, lead pass on the stick there of Miller. Actually, that's Reether. Trying to push it on in front there was Kozak, doesn't go.
I wonder how that wasn't a penalty.
So do the Bethel Park fans in front of us. Up the left side, shot on, save made. Good try there by Luke Foth. Better stop by Evan Saltzgiver, who's been stellar so far for the Spartans here tonight. From the right point, knuckling puck, blocked down. And back the other way come the Spartans. Lead pass behind the defense. Colby Heron on the breakaway. Denial seems it had to come. Kevin Tiemann, a huge save for the Blackhawks.
Good lead pass on for Heron.
Big check in the corner leveled there by Bethel Park's Peter Velaceris. Now players falling over each other as Bethel Park brings it back into the Hempfield zone. Dumped in and around. And here we go. Both teams trying to get a change as Heron brings it back. Heron drags in circles. He's going to dump it in. And back behind the net, Bush tries to lean on his man, centered. Nobody home for the Spartans, but on the spot there for Bethel Park is Velaceris, who brings it back the other way. Velaceris breaks the line with the pass to Jack Hartman. Hartman back to Velaceris. Right pad saved by Saltzgiver. He has been tested often tonight, Ty, but Evan Saltzgiver has given up very little tonight.
No, he's been spectacular, especially as Bethel Park has gotten their offense together.
Good job with the stick there by Saltzgiver. Now Hempfield brings it back the other way. Garen Gardner, rising wrister, goes up and over the net. Over to the far side, Spartans backhanded in, battle along the far boards. Spinning with the puck over there is Nino DiPietro. Four-man scrum ensues along the left end boards. Centered into the circle. Blackhawks come away with it. Hempfield takes it back. DiPietro blows a tire, though, and trying to find an outlet there's Kai Decker. Decker around here to the near side, can't clear it out. At the left point, Horrell can't keep it in. And now a 2-on-2 develops back the other way. Cross ice feed, Dylan Hartman taken down on his way to the net. And Bethel Park's going back to the power play as the freshman Dylan Hartman, the freshman, draws another penalty, and Bethel Park to the man advantage for the second time tonight.
Yeah, he made a strong move there, and he forced Brady Wassel to go for the hook. You see, he got around him, and then, yeah, that's right underneath the armpit. That's easy pickings. Probably couldn't get him the first time earlier. Bethel Park fans looking for a penalty. They got it now.
Blackhawks on the power play for the second time tonight, 0 for 1 on the evening. And a big opportunity here with 7:51 left in the second period for Bethel Park to try to tie this one up. Hempfield wins the face-off. They clear it out.
36. Brady Wassel, 2-minute hooking.
Hooking the call, but Martz brings it back shorthanded, puts it off the outside of the net. Martz the first man there, battling against two Blackhawks behind the net. And for Bethel Park, Ezra Kozak joined in there by Dylan Hartman, and look at Martz. Killing valuable clock by just leaning on the puck. Relentless forecheck by Martz, who then spins Hartman down, and in turn they decide to grab for each other's sticks. No harm, no foul in the officials' eyes. Back the other way. Glove save made as Ezra Kozak brought it in. He was desperately wanting a goal, but Saltzgiver said no.
Yeah, Kozak right there trying to make the play, and hope we got a replay of whatever was going on behind it. I mean, that was a battle.
They had each other's sticks.
Yeah.
36 seconds gone by so far in this Bethel Park power play. 7:14 left in the second period. 2-1 the score in favor of Hempfield. Face-off one. Bush trying to push it down. Stolen away and cleared. Good work there by Luke Horrell. He'll send it the length of the rink and kill some valuable clock for the Spartans. Here comes Bethel Park back with it. 65 seconds left on the power play. Center ice steal. Krupe, 2-on-2 with Williams. Wrister, Love. Glove save Kevin Tiemann.
Yeah, Tiemann says it's my turn to keep my team in this game. Again, that's the first time we've seen a horrible give up by Bethel Park. It's usually been the other way around, especially early on in periods. Hempfield, good work on this penalty kill.
That was the best scoring chance, Ty, of this minute and 2 seconds of Bethel Park power play, and it was by the Spartans. Bethel Park trying to get the equalizer here. Hempfield led 1-0 after one. The only goal of the first period was Nino DiPietro. Bethel Park would tie it up on a Kai Decker goal before Hempfield would take the lead back. All goals even strength so far here tonight. Left point, Decker looks it over, has a man in the slot. Hartman has to spin back out, sends it over to the right point. Husa down the board, shot from a tough angle, absorbed by Saltzgiver.
Yeah, good chance off the half wall by Kellen Jones as they cycled into the middle with Dylan Hartman. And normally I don't like try to cycle through that, but with this aggressive box that Hempfield has, they're going right out to the points, and that's how it's opening up the half wall.
27 seconds remaining here on this Bethel Park power play. Blackhawks win the draw. Pass comes to the left point. Keelan Jones over to the right point. Shot on, redirected, kept out by Saltzgiver. Blackhawks find the puck. Trying to wrap it around. Saltzgiver with a stop in tight on Dylan Hartman. Hartman, he's everywhere right now. Has the puck, tries to put it through, can't, gets it back. Hartman passes off, right wing shot. Save made Saltzgiver. Rebound in tight. Centering feed by Decker doesn't go. And Hempfield gets the clear as Wassel's out of the box. Tell you what, Ty, if the puck was made of metal, this power play in most of this period, Dylan Hartman's been a magnet. The puck has been sticking to him. Decker brings it back. Decker rising shot up and over as Kai Decker and Dylan Hartman, two of these fantastic freshmen for this Bethel Park team, showing up here in this semifinal round match.
Blocker save. Saltzgiver lost his stick.
Saltzgiver make the stop on that shot by Reether, and as you mentioned, lost the timber. Karen Gardner brings it back, drags, but he can't get around his counterpart in 13. Good defense on the play there by Eric Husa. Whoa, loose puck. And Tiemann covers and holds for the draw.
Yeah, Kai Decker made one of the few mistakes with the puck you could see. You don't want to go across the front of the crease without the puck, but oh my goodness. Saltzgiver, I think he was just trying to throw out the blocker and in the process just lost his stick.
So back to it here. Clean win for the Spartans. Krupe looks it over, scores! Nick Krupe puts the mesh in motion. And with 5:01 left in the second period, Krupe wins his own faceoff and then rips the wrister home for the Hempfield goal.
Yeah, you got to take a look at this. It was won by Williams. Krupe takes it at the circle. Tiemann wasn't sure. Look, he beat the glove, but Tiemann was going down low a little bit early there. I think he could have stood up instead, but that little bit of low crouch he did was just enough for Krupe to blow one by the glove's side.
Yep. Krupe popping the bottle, and Hempfield leads by 2. And that was Williams who won the faceoff. I thought Krupe won the faceoff himself, but Williams that clean win to Krupe, who circled back then snapped it home. Bryant back the other way, 3-on-2. Bryant drop pass in the slot, shot taken there by Martz. Good job to get back and block it by Bethel Park's Lucas Bombich. Bombich brings it back now into the Hempfield zone. Bombich along the left circle, shot on, pad save made as Saltzgiver leans to his right to keep it out. Comes Martz back the other way. Drop pass, Heron drags, wrist blocks. Good job to get in front of it there by Miller. And Williams gets the only assist. Lead pass way too far. Bethel Park ices it and tie. The Blackhawks have played so strong through the first half of both of these periods, but Hempfield has the 3-1 lead.
Yeah, and that first 4 minutes have been really the difference in everything. Bethel Park could have had their own 3-1 lead in the first period, but it's Saltzgiver that's right there with the saves giver. And now on the other side, you're just looking at how Hempfield's able to get themselves off the proverbial deck and move forward offensively.
Face-off win by Hempfield. Point-to-point pass comes to Planey. He tries to keep it in, has his pocket picked. Losing his stick, though, coming back the other way was Hartman. And another penalty coming up here against Hempfield, as you said, slashing the call against Hempfield's Nathan Planey. And that'll give Bethel Park their third power play try of the evening. Tom, we got 3:58 left here in the second period. You don't want to say it's now or never, but this is a pivotal power play here for Bethel Park.
It's those I'd like to have it, it's not a gotta have it moment there. But yeah, Planey, that's slashing. Anytime the stick's lost like that, they're gonna call it.
Yeah, when you knock the stick out of a man's hand, it's pretty much a must call every time. Bush from the left point. Dragging it over here, shot through traffic, redirect, and Saltzgiver finds it with the glove.
Good hand-eye there by Bethel Park. Wanted to make sure I correctly identify who got that, but yeah, it's Bush right off the left half wall stepping out, and there's the man right in front. That's a good chance there, and that was from Kozak.
From the right circle, shot does not get through. Hempfield back shorthanded. And here comes an opportunity back for DiPietro. DiPietro looks it over and scores! Nino DiPietro! Red light activated! SHG! 4-1 Spartans!
Yeah, you get to see that with DiPietro down the right side. He was able to get Tiemann, who was probably leaning off his lane there, as we get to see it. Look, coming on the right circle, he just leaned right off and allowed that angle, and as he was trying to close the 5-0, he couldn't do it in time.
What a swing after Bethel Park tied this game at 1. Hempfield has rattled off 3 straight, including that shorthanded goal. And the top-seeded Spartans lead 4-1. DiPietro gets the assist. See if there's any assists. It is unassisted. Dylan Hartman, and it's offsides.
They call it unassisted.
DiPietro, Tyler, has 2 unassisted goals tonight.
And they got slashing.
Another penalty coming up against Hempfield. This is going to be J.J. Williams headed to the sin bin. So now Bethel Park, Ty, to say that it was before, you don't have to, you want to, now you have to. You're down 3, you have a 2-man advantage for minute 17 seconds.
Now. You got to have it. Right now you're thinking of what's your best face-off setup and what's your best face-off win play right now, and you go for it.
A minute and 17 seconds of 5-on-3 power play time here for Bethel Park. Clean win back to the right point for the Blackhawks. Kozak sets up, looks it over. Kozak down the far side, comes back out to the left point. Shot on, save made. Rebound pushed through, nobody home. Backhanded towards the net, and Christen couldn't get it through as Husa took that pass from Kozak and got a good shot on, but Saltzgiver blockers it out.
And that puck also deflected up into the netting, and again, it was just a weak backhand pass. There's a man on the backside with an open net. They just couldn't get it to him.
Face off in the left circle, and Hempfield wins it there. But Bethel Park keeps it in. Good skate work there by the Blackhawks, Eric Husa. Husa looks it over. Finds Decker in the circle. Decker with a screen in front, hits his own man. Loose puck back to Decker, blocked. Great effort there by Hempfield's Kevin Saby. He may have just saved a goal.
Yeah, Saby with the save there. He was able to get a last-second poke check as we get to see. This is a good setup in the umbrella. Coming off the wall, Decker, yeah, maybe the man a little bit too close, but yeah, he had another chance, and it's Saby. Kai Decker has an opportunity to score, much like how he had on that give and go earlier, right in the slot. Saby right there.
47 seconds remain in the 2-man advantage. A minute and 30 seconds on the second penalty left, so golden opportunity for the Blackhawks. Ty, they have to get 1. Ideally, you'd like to get 2, but you got to get 1. Big rip, Husa, absorbed by Saltzgiver.
Yeah, DiPietro may have forced the angle on that shot with that sliding block. He gave up every bit of his body, and that forced maybe Husa to try to get it through instead of blow it by.
41 seconds left in the 5-on-3 for the Blackhawks. Pivotal time here in the second period as Bethel Park trails by 3. Face-off 1. Decker to the right point. Back to Husa. Husa, and we got whistle in front. Is that goaltender interference they're calling here, or are they just going to call just whistle it down for knocking the net off?
The pihl is glad to announce the All-Star games have been rescheduled. The March 29th.
Yeah, I think they're just calling it net off moorings. That's how they forced it out. I was looking for a potential goaltender interference, but there was nothing.
Jack Hartman was parked in front of the Hempfield net, and he was not happy with the whistle. He'll win the face-off, though. And the puck chipped over here to Caden Bush. Bush going to break the zone. Swings it over to the right side, handled there by Velaceres. Velaceres drops it back. Push down low to the corner. Walking it out in tight, tough angle shot, save made. Rebound battled for, kept out. As gloves, players, and sticks fly. One-time try by Bush up and over.
Saltzgiver didn't even get up off his feet. That probably would have been goaltender interference if it found its way through. That was just a massive humanity.
There was a massive humanity. First penalty over. 40 seconds left in the 5-on-4. Up the right side, Velaceres. Pressure on the play, drops it back. Bombich from the circle, stopped in front. On that opportunity there, I think Evan Dunlap was the man who blocked. I'm not sure it ever got through to the keeper. Back to the right point now. Bombich down the right side. And Bethel Park trying to get something here, Foth. And we have a whistle in front. And another whistle against the Blackhawks. And Jack Hartman can't believe it. I say Hartman's on the crease again.
Yeah, they're calling crease violation goal. So just a crease violation, no penalty. They're not putting men in a box here. I thought the last time that was a similar whistle, so it wasn't. net off moorings. They didn't even check it this time.
We'll bring it back here to the neutral zone. 1:32 left here in this second period. 4-1 Hempfield leads. First of two here for you from the island tonight. Number 3, Penn Trafford. Number 7, Greater Latrobe, coming up for you at 9 o'clock. Hempfield bringing it back after Fost fails. Long shot there, blocked by Bethel Park's Aracusa. Lead feed up the right side. Spartans keep. Blackhawks exit. It's Keelan Jones moved it ahead. Puck stolen. Here comes Krupe. Final 60 of this second period, Emerson Fost. Fost to the left side, Lucas Chris, and back in front to Fost. Save made, no rebound. Evan Saltzgiver keeps it going, Ty. From the start of this game, he's been the difference maker for the Spartans, and he keeps the lead 3 for the top seed.
Yeah, he's definitely working on that star number 1 performance. Again, he's been strong in his crease, and by the way, I looked it up on the rules. Crease violation in USA Hockey, that takes the face-off out, so the last 2 have been crease violations.
Good work on your part as always. Finding all the loopholes. Centering feed. All the information. All the stats. You represent the 15120 well.
Thank you.
Over to the far side, they battle for it. Final 30 of this period. Good forecheck here by Tyler Miller. But the Blackhawks again have nothing to show for it. Back to the neutral zone. Husa going to dump it back into the Hempfield zone. Back through the center circle. Garen Gardner. Nice job by Hempfield to stay on side there by Holtzman. And then the shot blockered out. It's going to stay in the Blackhawk zone. And that's shot by Gardner.
Yep, good read by Tiemann, able to redirect it into the netting. And I want to take a look at what the shot totals have been for this game, and it's now 29-14 Bethel Park, but the high danger shots have belonged to Hempfield. I'd probably say scoring chances 7-3.
Go with it. Bethel Park, they're really generating. 8 seconds left. Shot to the net. Deflects just wide, and Tiemann has to stretch to cover. As tense moments there for the Blackhawks as Hempfield up 4-1, and they were close, Ty, to finding that loose puck in tight.
Yeah, no one, fortunately, in white nearby for that, as Tiemann didn't see that it went skittering past him for a second.
Face off on the right wing circle. Won by the Spartans, turned towards the net there by DiPietro. He's looking for the HT, and the horn sounds to end the second period. 2 chapters written here on the island. Your score after 2 in this Class AA semifinal at the RMU Island Sports Center. It's top seeded Hempfield 4, number 4 Bethel Park 1. We will take a break and be back. Watch all the replays, and we'll be back with the third period and your scoring recap as well. You're watching the 2026 PIHL Road to the Penguins Cup. High school hockey playoffs are here on TenbandTV.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Hewitt creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices, located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
From horses to hunting, Carhartt to Carolina, 2 wheels or 4, from Timberland Pro to playing in the snow. What do all these people have in common? They shop at Locust Grove Country Shop in Apollo. Call 724-478-1846 or online at locustgrovepa.com.
Setting it up along the left wall. Centering feed doesn't go through. DiPietro, and he scores! Nino DiPietro! Just threw it to the net. Traffic in front. Center red is Kai Decker. Decker spins as he breaks the Hempfield line, circles back to the left point. Decker works through a man. Great stick work, sending it down low. In tight, comes back. Decker! Score! Kristen with the setup. Decker with the finish. Without it. Williams comes back as a Blackhawk is felled. Drop pass. Fanning on the shot. Redirect score! Maddox Wills gives the Spartans the lead back. Ty, that fan turns out to be perfect for the Spartans. Clean win for the Spartans. Krupe looks it over, scores! Nick Krupe puts the mesh in motion. And with 5:01 left in the second period, Krupe wins his own faceoff and then rips the wrister home.
Make sure I'm Kozak.
From the right circle, shot does not get through. Hempfield back shorthanded. And here comes an opportunity back for DiPietro. DiPietro looks it over and scores! Nino DiPietro! Red light activated! SHG!
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Hey, it's Aaron Miller, the Pittsburgh mortgage guy, letting you know mortgage rates have dropped, and it might be time to refinance or cash out your equity. I'll run your cost-benefit options to see if it makes sense. Call me, your trusted mortgage advisor.
Hey Yins guys, just a reminder, Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer are good food. Whether you're cooking at home or tailgating, grab an original Yinzer dog, kielbasa, pierogies, and lushkis at Giant Eagle. Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer, a match made in Pittsburgh.
I use Book a Limo on all my trips. They have drivers everywhere.
I always feel safe when I travel with their chauffeurs, from hello to goodbye.
Checking rates, booking, and managing clients' reservations online is so easy.
The confirmations, trip reminders, and car status updates are great when I'm on the go.
I want my clients to have the best experience during their trip. That's why I've used Book a Limo for the past 30 years.
What's your destination? Book a limo, any car, anywhere.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices, located in the Greengate East Plaza below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Do you need well or pump service for your home, farm, or business? Adams & Sons Pump Service in Canton has the experience and equipment to do the job right. Since 1954, Adams & Sons have offered well drilling, pump repair, water treatment systems, holding tanks, excavation, and drainage work. Plus, quality-built, dependable stainless pumps for all applications. Adams & Sons provides experienced, bonded, and insured professionals serving all of Ohio. Call 855-4MY-WATER or visit adamspumpservice.com.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices, located in the Greengate East Plaza below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Why are so many companies, unions, and organizations across the country choosing the Avia dental plan?
Because group plans start at as little as $5 per month, and groups can save 20 to 80% off of high-quality dental care.
Everyone qualifies, and there's no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Call now and save $20, plus get 3 months free.
Call now and you may be able to save $20 and get 3 months free. 1-888-431-CARE or visit aviadental.com.
Looking for real 100% natural pain relief? Hey, Kurt Angle, 1996 Olympic gold medalist and 13-time world champion here. Trust me, I know pain. You can either suffer or manage it. That's why I use Curable Active to help relieve my aches and pains naturally. Curable Active topicals have you covered with fast-acting, all-natural pain relief the Kurt Angle way. Look for Curable in stores or go to curable.com and get 20% off. Use promo code USA at KURIBL.com.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices, located in the Greengate East Plaza below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays. Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices, located in the Greengate East Plaza below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Looking for real 100% natural pain relief? Hey, Kurt Angle, 1996 Olympic gold medalist and 13-time world champion here. Trust me, I know pain. You can either suffer or manage it. That's why I use Curable Active to help relieve my aches and pains naturally. Curable Active topicals have you covered with fast-acting, all-natural pain relief the Kurt Angle way. Look for Curable in stores or go to curable.com and get 20% off. Use promo code USA at KURIBL.com.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Back here at the RMU Island Sports Center, getting ready for period number 2 in this Class AA semifinal round matchup Top-seeded Hempfield leading Bethel Park by the count of 4-1 after 2. Alongside Tyler Polk, Matt Vandriak with you as the road to the 2026 PIHL Penguins Cup playoffs is on TenbandTV. Ty, the same story playing out through 2 periods. Bethel Park starting the first and second with a flurry, but the goaltending of Evan Saltzgiver kept the Spartans in the game and then on top, and the Spartans net the last 3 goals of that second period en route to this 4-1 lead as we see the replays here.
Yeah, can you believe these shots right now? It's 29-14 as we get to see the first goal of the game coming from Hempfield. Yeah, DiPietro just swinging it in, and that managed to find its way. It was on the ice the entire time. It did not leave at any point. And there you get to see Bethel Park working on that. Look at that move by Decker. I still love this goal regardless. Kristen setting up and right there, patient, buries it.
Beautiful goal there. And we're tied at 1, and you thought the Bethel Park tie would have some momentum and some life from that, but Hempfield gets it back.
Yeah, talk about a 3-goal second period. Watch this.
Shake and bake.
With it. Accidental, yeah, I wanted to do that. And then look at the burial pass there to set it up.
And Maddox Wheels finished it. It was 2-1 Hempfield. Bethel Park will get the momentum back, but Hempfield will get the next goal.
Yeah, Krupe will say this one is not an accident. Watch him spin off the right circle, open up. Tiemann maybe a little bit down early, but he beats him glove side for the goal.
Popping bottles. It's 3-1 Hempfield, and Bethel Park on the power play with a chance to get back into it, but the Spartans have other ideas.
Yeah, popping bottles like he's almost made it to the championship game there as you get to see the celebration. You got it, Superman on that. Now you get to see the last little setup chance here for Hempfield as they move on in. Watch this. DiPietro gets right to the paint underneath the circle, through the 5-hole for the goal. 4-1 Hempfield. And again, you look at it, shots 29-14 in favor of the Blackhawks. I like to say the chances tell the story of this game. It's around 7-3 Hempfield.
DiPietro has 2, both unassisted, and Hempfield leads 4-1 after the second period. The worst part for Bethel Park, Ty, was that last DiPietro goal was a shorthanded goal, and then Bethel Park would have a 2-man advantage for 1 minute and 17 seconds and nothing to show for it. The next goal is a must if Bethel Park wants to come back here tonight.
Yeah, next goal tells the story for this game. Right now it looks good enough for Hempfield, up 3, but still, this Bethel Park team has shown they can also put goals up in bunches. They have balanced scoring. It's right now about finding that first goal. And again, the first 4 minutes of each period always tells the stories in 17-minute periods, and none bigger than this one for Bethel Park.
And the Blackhawks came out so strong to start these first 2 periods, but the goaltending of Saltzgiver was the big difference. And then after that, so the Blackhawks have an uphill battle here to try to get back into this one against the Spartans, who have a 4-1 lead and are looking to take the next step to the finals. That game will be on Monday night, March the 16th, 6:15 p.m. at the UPMC Lemieux Complex in Cranberry. They'll face the winner of Game 2 here tonight. Number 3, Penn Trafford. Number 7, Greater Latrobe.
Yeah, why not an all-Westmoreland County final for you?
Well, there's a 75% chance of a Westmoreland County team winning the championship. And with 17 minutes remaining, Hempfield, in the words of Lincoln Park, is one step closer to winning their first championship in program history. Fresh sheet, team switch sides. Hempfield right to left, Bethel Park the opposite way to get this period started. Blackhawks see what they do here in this third frame. Luke Foth trying to push it in. Hempfield trying to reverse it out. Foth gets some help on the play there by Miller. Spartans trying to bring it back. Sliding effort there by Bush to break it up. Lead feed up the right side as Martz tries to break the zone. Hempfield resets. Over to the right circle now. And the Blackhawks going to try that lead pass. That fresh sheet has the puck moving quick. No icing, though. It's surprisingly waved off. First man back there is Foth for the Blackhawks. Comes out to the right point. Turned back towards the net by Bush. And back the other way now comes Martz. 2 on 3. Martz trying to get around his man. Martz works back behind the net. Martz drags through to the near side. In front, redirect. Tiemann with a huge stop. As Andrew Bryan in front deflects it on. And Tiemann with a game-saving stop there, because if Hempfield gets one more, the fat lady's putting the hot dog down and getting ready to sing.
Yeah. Again, you look at Tiemann, some of these goals you might look in, it's a little bit off on his parts, but he's had to be just as big as Saltzgiver at times.
Face-off won by the Spartans. By the Blackhawks, they clear back to the neutral zone when the Spartans take it over. They'll dump it back into the far side. Bethel Park tries to clear from the left point, Luke Horrell. Horrell battling along the left boards. Blackhawks trying to work their way out. Kept in by Horrell. Good job there by Holtzman to kind of wall it up and prevent that exit strategy from being executed by the Blackhawks. Husa here to the near side, floater through the neutral zone. Trying to track the puck down, but well defended on the play. Brady Wassel able to get back there and deny that opportunity. In the slot, turning try, save made. Jake Hardman, and a skate save made with the left leg. Now a shot through traffic, and that's blocked as unable to put it through there was Husa. But stretching out with that left leg was Saltzgiver to make another one, and the Spartans ice the puck.
Yeah, that clearance nearly hit off of Velisaris afterwards. Good work by Hempfield, able to clear it out of the crease there. As you look, making a good move, Velisaris, to try to center that pass. There's a chance for Jack Hartman, and then it's cleared away. Good start for Bethel Park, but again, these first 4 minutes of the period have been their best.
Spartans get it back out of the zone. Bethel Park turns it back into the zone. And now here up the left side comes Hempfield. Through the neutral zone, dumping it in. Hempfield with the 3-goal lead. Ty, it's doubtful that the Spartans are going to take any unnecessary chances, and at some point Bethel Park's going to have to start to push the offense, which may lead to chances back the other way for Hempfield.
Yeah, but they got guys like Bush that can make those plays happen.
Centering try, redirection in front there by J.J. Williams goes wide. And now Dylan Hartman, lead feed. Here comes a speedy Kai Decker. Decker, wrist shot blocked. Kevin Saby, he's been strong on the blue line all night. And now Hempfield back the other way. Williams leads the charge, has 2 trailers. Williams cross-ice feed, score! Nick Krupe! And the Spartans lead 5-1. Williams, Krupe, goal.
Yeah, again, and you've seen that right there. Bethel Park trying to advance up, trying to pinch and keep the play in there. That's a good poke check forward by J.J. Williams. Pushes it forward, 2-on-1. Krupe fills his lane. One-timer, easy money.
And the Spartans with a 5-1 lead. Tyler, we've been throwing some songs back and forth. LL Cool J said, Mama said knock you out, and the Spartans may have just done that. Two for Krupe, 2 for DiPietro, and it's 5-1 in favor of the Spartans.
Assisted by number 71, J.J. Williams.
Williams gets another assist.
That was a beautiful saucer pass by Williams.
I've seen Williams do it both ways, Ty. The saucer pass and the stiff feed as well. As he set up Wilson on that first one, and now back the other way comes Martz. Good sliding effort there by Jack Hartman in his own zone. A couple of Blackhawks collide as they play it back to the neutral zone.
Long try by Martz. Tiemann thought about letting it go. He was able to hang on to it with the second effort.
So Krupe has 2, DiPietro has 2. Krupe with 2 goals and an assist. J.J. Williams, he has 3 assists on the night. And in goal, Evan Saltzgiver has 29 saves on 30 shots. Redirection in front. Tiemann makes the save. Gonna have a tough selection, Ty, for our Play It Again Sports Greensburg 3 stars of the game, as the Spartans have been shining here across the board tonight. Back the other way comes Tyler Miller, trying to generate some late offense here for Bethel Park, down 5-1. As you mentioned, for Hempfield, looking for their first Penguins Cup in program history. Gardner brings it back, drags, centers, and unable to finish there was Jonathan Holtzman. Yeah, good tie-up as Holtzman could not get the redirection. Miller, shot blocked. More good defensive work by Kevin Saby as he blocks another shot. Number 58, in white and blue has been strong on the blue line all night for this Spartan side.
Well, Matt, this is the first time in a 4-minute stretch where you could say Bethel Park did not dominate it. It's been all Spartans.
Hempfield had the momentum coming in, and they keep adding to it. Nino DiPietro got the only goal of the opening period for the Spartans. Bethel Park tied it. 1:41 in the second. Kai Decker on a pretty feed from Lucas Christen. Hempfield would take the lead back at the 4:13 marks. Maddox Willis set up by Nick Krupe and J.J. Williams. The Spartans will strike again at 11:59. Krupe from J.J. Williams, then a shorthanded goal, an assisted tally by Nino DiPietro. With 13:26 left in the second period. And then Krupe from Williams here in the third. But Ty, that shorthanded goal and then Bethel Park not being able to tally on that two-man advantage, I think may have taken the wind out of the Blackhawks' sails here tonight.
Yeah, anytime you get a shorty, it always makes things difficult for you to set up in that power play. You got it in the back of your head.
Pelisaris not going down without swinging as he finishes his man off there, and then a good look by Wills, who got hammered on the check, snapping that wrist to the net. The team-in flashes some leather to hold on to. Of course, all the games here on TenbandTV. Tomorrow night, Single A, Matt Popchak, Kevin Zemansky will be here on the island to bring you those games. And then Thursday night, the D2 championships, like the Terminator, I'll be back on Thursday night. And then the championships for Class 2A and D2 are next Monday at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry. Ty and I will be there for those games. Tuesday, the 17th, will be the 1A and 3A championships as
Willis, oh my goodness, he hit him with a small package driver.
I think he hit him with a stunner too. Someone's going to get a penalty, and that's the bottom line.
Oh, watch this, yeah. Maybe a little bit too much by Maddox Willis, but watch this as he gets his man. That's a small package driver.
Indeed it was. He was trying to set up for the snap mare, couldn't quite get it, so he decided to take him all the way down. It's Tuesday night, Ty, and Monday Night Raw's breaking out.
Oh, NXT's on Tuesday.
There you go. Wills is going to sit down. He's in the sin bin, and that will send Bethel Park to the power play tie for the fourth time tonight. They're 0 for the evening, have given up a shorthanded goal, and also couldn't score with a minute and 17 seconds of 5-on-3 time.
We'll see how aggressive they are off of this face-off.
Face-off won by the Blackhawks. Back to the right wall, trying to work his way down. It comes back to the right point. Foth, little give and go. Foth will get it back. Foth tries to center, cut off by Matt Martz. Around the horn it goes. First man there's Colby Herron, shorthanded 2-on-2 back the other way. Herron going to take it all the way in. Saby makes the smart play. There is that cognitive play by Saby, the strong defensive presence. Ty could have jumped in there and decided to drop back and play defense instead with a 4-goal lead.
Really smart play by him.
Floater comes back to the net. Saltzgiver covers. And then some business picking up as Foth collides with the keeper and the Spartans swarm.
I think they're going to take Foth off.
I think you're right.
That was an unnecessary poke at Saltzgiver by Foth, and that's been the story of the night for Bethel Park.
Just keeping an eye on Saltzgiver. I thought maybe he was a little bit shaken up, but he just lost his stick.
Well,
they're not talking about the sudden spring weather, that's for sure.
Well, this reminds me of what I seen against Mount Lebanon. I mentioned that they were aggressive against Mount Lebo. They took a lot of penalties against it. It was a very aggressive game. You thought it was just, old South Hills rivalry, but no. It looks like this is the Blackhawks, and it's turned an ugly head tonight as we go 4-on-4.
Face-off won by DiPietro, who's looking for the hat trick. Both he and Krupe have a pair for the Spartans. Maddox Wills has the other one. Bethel Park player taken down, no call there. As we go 4-on-4, DiPietro trying to work through everybody, drops it back to the right point. Handled there by Planey. Wrapped around, here it comes to Jonathan Holtzman. Holtzman back to DiPietro. He's going to just skate it back and make the smart plays. He takes to the neutral zone. Tie for Hempfield, though, you got to make sure you keep your head, because if you're ejected from this semifinal game, a player that is ejected will not be eligible to play in the Penguins Cup Championship. So for Hempfield, sometimes you got to turn the other cheek.
And also, don't forget, we're also bearing the lead, also the state championship as well.
Of course, the Pennsylvania Cup on the east side of the state this year. 4 championship games. The traditional 1A, 2A, 3A Pennsylvania Cup games. And then for the second year in a row, we'll have the Open Class D2 Challenge Cup. The inaugural champions last year, the Burrell Bucks. They're in action tomorrow. Thursday night when they take on Morgantown in D2.
I'm going to say this right now. Look out for Grant Hannon against Ringgold. The last time up with Hess Ice Rink, I was on the call for that. A natural hat trick.
Exciting stuff. Day 2 of 4. We're halfway there. All the action for you the rest of the week and next week on your home for the 2026 PIHL Penguins Cup playoffs. It's exclusively here on TenbandTV. Spartans come back 3-on-2. Krupe looking for the HT. He gets it back. Can't get around his man. Puck poked back. Good defensive work there by Bethel Park's Lucas Christen. Christen back the other way. We have 8 seconds of this 4-on-4. Drop pass. Rister fired wide there by Ezra Kozak. Scrum in the corner. Hempfield now with 31 seconds of power play time. Williams going to lead the charge back. Williams looks it over. Cross ice pass on the skate of Martz, who kicks it to the end boards. Bethel Park takes away, clears the zone. Ezra Kozak sends it the length. Hempfield right now, Ty, just taking their time with this power play. They're up by 4 and working the clock. Down the left side, hustling is DiPietro. DiPietro trying to go through everybody, and he's cut off on a good defensive play by Keelan Jones. Icing the call against the Blackhawks, going to bring it back into the home zone to our left. 9:22 left. Ty, this game was tied at 1 early in the second period, but Hempfield's banged out the last 4, and they have a commanding 5-1 lead, 9 minutes and 22 seconds away from a chance to claim their first Penguins Cup in program history.
Yeah, and credit their strength as the period has gone along. I mentioned a possibility of maybe Bethel Park winning themselves a little bit, but it also could just be this Hempfield team, as they got the dogs here. The dogs are out, and I don't mean feet.
There's a floater towards the net. And up the other way, I saw a dog downstairs that was...
I didn't know they let dogs in here.
Yeah, that's the police canine. There was a medical dog that was downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
I saw whenever I was...
Service dog.
Yeah. The Baja men said who let the dogs out. I don't know if they who let them out, but we know where they're out at RMU. That was also one of the worst songs in the history of ever.
Baja Man?
Who let the dogs out? Come on, Ty, that was terrible.
Come on, it was a classic of me. Sorry, I was like 5.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was 24, but regardless, it still was terrible. The Baja Men's right up there with Cotton Eye Joe, which has had white people dancing terribly since 1995.
Oh, come on, man. It was the Rugrats movie. That's why it was so huge.
I'll take your word on that. We had different philosophies in life in 2000, obviously. Face-off won by the Spartans. Back to the left point. Saby going to float it towards the net off the right pad of the goaltender, Kevin Tiemann. Battle there in the lower corner. Bethel Park comes out with it. And up the near side, here comes Peter Velaceris. Velaceris, long shot to the net, sticked aside by Saltzgiver. And Hempfield is content to dump it back. Will this one have the distance? It will not. As we're approaching 8:20 left here in regulation. Williams tries to re-enter, bodied up there on a good hit by Bethel Park's senior captain, Caden Bush. Center red, back the other way. Peter Velaceris can't get around the defense of Kevin Saby, who's been so good for Hempfield on the blue line tonight. Can't give enough props to the guy, Ty, who's not going to show up in the score sheet, but has done all the little things right, and is a big part of the reason why the Spartans have only surrendered 1 goal tonight as well.
I mean, we said it earlier. He could have got his in the back door as a defender, but he opted to do the smart play, and it's those little things. It's the things you do, well, I guess in their case, someone's watching. It's us that are the difference.
We hope other people are watching, too. We're not here to talk about the Baja men for nothing. Oh, yeah, there's hockey, too. Shot back towards the net. That's going to go wide by Colby Heron, as we're 7.5 minutes away from the Spartans punching their ticket to the 2026 PIHL AA Penguins Cup Championship. Greater Latrobe and Penn Trafford coming up at 9 o'clock here on TenbandTV. Martz shot off of his teammate in front. Heron, who's looking for the redirect. Martz gets it back. Cross-ice pass. Misses Bryant, who gets there first. Throws it back towards the net. Nobody home. Martz down low. Puts it back behind the net. Dummied around to the far side by Heron, and Bethel Park's going to come away with it. As out with it here, coming across center red. Emerson Foss. And icing this time called against Hempfield. So we got the Seeing some of the fourth liners get some time here for the Blackhawks. The younger of the Faust brothers getting some time out there.
Hey, but we got to give our props to Bethel Park. The last 2 years in AAA, they had not made the playoffs. For them to make it back to the Penguins Cup semifinals, it's hopeful for signs that they're going to be back on top pretty soon in AAA, or maybe back in AA right here next year.
Yeah, Bethel Park had that thrilling 5-4 overtime win over Bishop McCourt in their playoff opener. Blackhawks drive, and there's the goaltender again, Saltzgiver sticking it wide. Blackhawks set it up, driving out to the circle. Comes back out to the right point. Husa sending it down low to the left side, and Dylan Hartman centers. Soft shot goes wide. So we see the future of Bethel Park out here as well, and it's pretty bright with guys like Kai Decker and Dylan Hartman.
Yeah, Decker was a really fantastic move maker on that one goal.
2-on-1 back the other way. Gardner leads the charge. Gardner, wrist shot, safe, made by Tiemann, and a good rebound clear by Eric Husa. Centering try there by Holtzman goes wide, fed back to the neutral zone, flagged down by DiPietro, who one of two Spartans looking for the hat trick, both he and Nick Krupe. Gardner brings it in 1-on-5 as Hempfield changes behind the play. Gardner just drops the puck, skates away, as I think that's going to be the strategy for Hempfield the rest of the way. Dump and don't chase. As Bethel Park brings it back, 2-on-3. Cut off there, good defensive work by Nathan Planey for the Spartans. Into the corner, Kai Decker. First man there for the Blackhawks. He comes away with it. Decker tries to work it away back to the left point. Shot on block. And Hempfield works their way back with speed. Across centerette. Pass comes to the left side. J.J. Williams in front. And getting enough of it there was Tiemann to keep it out. Shot back. Another save by Tiemann. Couple of good opportunities there, icing the call against BP, but Kevin Tiemann has to stay sharp even late in this third period.
Tries he might just a couple times. Hempfield with great shots on him. That was the difference, as he was just as strong as Saltzgiver early on.
Face off in the left wing circle to the right of the Bethel Park goal, and Kevin Tiemann comes back to Horl at the left point through traffic, blocked. As Miller gets in front of that for the Blackhawks. Williams finds it, shoots another block by Miller. And now Miller back with speed the extra other way, trying to push it ahead to himself. Miller has a man going towards the net. Miller going to take it himself. Save made, rebound kept out. As Luke Fouth was in there, another try in front. And I think I see a Neville Township police officer loosening his handcuffs because Saltzgiver just committed robbery with that save.
Sitting on the puck. Sitting on top of the world right now, Evan Saltzgiver. As you see that partial breakaway from Miller, just couldn't get the handle. Maybe it was deflected away from him. Powers in on the backhand, and credit to Saltzgiver staying right in front. Oh my goodness.
What a
Someone
save.
came through. That was Horl in the back, able to deflect that. That was an easy tap in. And he's able to sit on it, my goodness.
What a save. Maybe the best of the night by Saltzgiver. And another, as you mentioned, great defensive play by Horl. That's twice the Hempfield defense have helped keep the puck out of the back of their net. Players tumbling over each other again. Late in this one with 4.5 left. Blackhawks return it back to the neutral zone. Spartans volley back the other way. Sidestepping a man there was Bryant. Mark's going to try to get around the defense of Jones. Can't do it. Jones sends it ahead to Miller. Miller just going to softly dump in as Bethel Park changes behind him. Mark's the first man of the puck, pushing it up the far wall. Colby Heron has it. And he's going to just send it the length of the rink, icing the call against the Spartans. I think Hempfield want to get a line change on there as we move the faceoff back in the home zone to our right. 4:03 left here in the third period. And the Spartans right now, Ty, they can taste that championship opportunity next week up in Cranberry.
Program that's had some good moments in the Penguins Cup playoff in their history. They're looking for that signature moment, and tonight they're definitely on the highway towards it.
Top team all year. Gardner bringing it back. Drags it down tough. Angle shot, he scores! Karen Gardner roofs it from in tight. And the Spartans lead 6-1 with 3:51 left here in the third.
Man, he's going for the roof on the short side. That's unreal right there. I want to watch this back. Guerin, my favorite player is Billy Guerin, and watch this again. He just fit that in between the near post, the back of Tiemann. My goodness. I don't know what's it been. Like, maybe Tiemann's a little bit off his angles, but those ones, that's a tough sell to give up.
Some of those pucks have had eyes tonight, Ty. That's 2 of them. The Tiemann seemed to be in the right position, but somehow that rising shot hits the back of the net, moves the bottle. And Garen Gardner makes it 6-1 Spartans. Brady Wassel gets the assist, and he'll get the only assist. 3:20 left here. The Spartans had one on for insurance. All the way back to the net, stick to side by Saltzgiver. And around here to the near side, centered. Good work there by Horrell. And now back come the Spartans. Trying to work into the zone. Here's Gardner. Pocket picked by his counterpart in 13, Eric Husa. DiPietro leans on him, and then Husa feeds him into the divider over there. Long rip there by Calvin Kirstein goes wide. Under 3 minutes left here in regulation. There's been a lot of sticks that have broken tonight, Tyler. That's the 3rd stick laying in front of the BP bench right now that has come to its end here.
I hope a stick allowance is pretty high out there.
Here comes a chance back. Miller back with Krupe, who's looking for the HT. Miller in front. Krupe, and he can't turn it over. Think at the last second for Bethel Park. Emerson Faust got a piece of that to break it up. Back the other way for the Blackhawks. Here comes Nate Alborg. Alborg going to chase after here, trying to work it out in front. Alborg with a feed in front. Faust can't turn it over. Now we get rough.
You got to look out here. You can't lose it here.
John Weinert out there for Hempfield, and that is maybe Weinert's first shift of the night. And he had enough of St. John Steinbrook.
Yeah, so that would be a coincidental for both there in that situation. That's just the referees trying to make sure everybody goes home without anything illegal. But
with 2:13 left in regulation, I think they're both going to get shown the door. But Weinert, the senior, getting some late ice time here, and St. John Steinbrook and John Weinert mix it up a bit there.
Wanted to talk about it. That was Williams, J.J. Williams, looking for that 3rd assist of the night.
And it was Krupe looking for the HT. So 2 and 10. Automatic for head contact, which is what usually happens when you're trying to punch each other in the head.
Well, you don't want that for Weinert. I think you'd like to have a shift. I'm not sure if that is deemable for not being able to play in a championship or the state final.
Since it was not a game misconduct, they'll both be okay.
Well,
I think the officials added the 10 on top just to make sure they couldn't come back tonight either. So 2 and 10, and that's the end of the night for St. John Steinbrook and John Weinert. Will stay 5 on 5. Coincidental penalties in the PIHL do not affect play on the ice. Centering feed. Looking it over. Wrist shot. Score! Emerson Faust in the slot. And the Blackhawks get a late goal, cutting the deficit to 6-2.
Yep, just a good setup right in the middle for Emerson Faust. Really, that's a giveaway by Hempfield, and that's the first one that they actually paid for. Good centering pass from Nate Alborg, and Faust able to put that one away. Just too little, too late.
Good job by Lochin Kennedy as well for Bethel Park. Parked in front of the net there to kind of screen the goaltender, Saltzgiver.
So that stops 5-goal run by Hempfield.
Assisted by number 9, Nate Alborg.
Alborg gets the only assist. Saby dumps it in as we approach now 95 seconds left here in regulation and a 6-2 Hempfield lead. Spartans up the right side. Good hustle there by Lucas Pombich. Pombich fells a Spartan as Bethel Park brings it back up the left side. It's Luke Foul. In tight, save made, diving and covering it is Evan Saltzgiver as the Blackhawks were looking for another late one.
Yeah, Bush going right to the net there, and You get to see the close-up camera on our man right here who's bid $100,000, Evan Saltzgiver. You see him dive out afterwards to make sure there's no chance for Bethel Park for an easy poke.
Made sure the Luke Fouth couldn't get that one in either.
This will be a tough one for Bethel Park, no doubt.
Puck fed back towards the net. Centering try off the outside. Out to the left side. Bush keeps it in. Tries to throw it down the left wall. Hempfield takes it away. And it's sent back here through the neutral zone. Lead feed up the right side as we're under a minute now. March chasing it down for the Spartans. Ty mentioned, though, for Bethel Park, a good season. The Blackhawks dropping down from AAA to 2A. They make it to the semifinals. And while they will lose some seniors, they have a good young foundation here for Bethel Park, so the future definitely bright. Follow-up try there after the blocker save was made, and that goes wide. Stop was made on the shot from Kozak, and the follow-up attempt by Fouth didn't go. Fed back towards, and that ends up in the meshing with 33.5 left here in regulation.
Yeah, and I know that I've been probably picking a little bit on him, but Tiemann, he's a big reason as why Bethel Park made it this far. He was early on a PIHL Player of the Month. A lot of the turnaround, because it wasn't the hottest start for Bethel Park, it's credit to him for them getting this far. In the end, you just look at those early chances Bethel Park had, you really wish they could have buried them because the game is so much different.
Bethel Park coming into the playoffs thought they'd won 6 games in a row coming into tonight, and a big part of that was Kevin Tiemann. He was the hot hand down the stretch. Of course, Hempfield coming in tonight have won 12 of 13 and make this now 13 of 14 as a left point shot from Caden Bush gets stopped, and then some pushing and shoving after the play. Saltzgiver makes the save, and then makes sure he shows off his officiating, too. He doesn't want his top defenseman, Kevin Saby, getting into anything here late in this game.
Yeah, he reminds me of Dwayne Rollison when he was a part of the Tampa Bay Lightning. They had him mic'd up in the goal, and I think it was Matthias Olin or something like that. He said, leave him, leave him. He's doing the exact same thing. We need you for the next round and beyond, big fella.
Rolly, the goalie, bringing back bad memories of that 2010 opening round series for the Penguins.
Hey, bad memories.
2011, sorry.
Hey, that was a good series, though. But
it was a good series.
Bad memories for, I guess, after he left that series versus Carolina in the 06 Stanley Cup Final, but he was huge.
Yeah,
always a great
was,
guy.
Yeah, but that
his
run
son
for
plays for Niagara.
Dwayne Rollison was older at that time too, Tyler, and he helped the Lightning sweep the Capitals in the next round there in 2011 before bowing out to the eventual Stanley Cup champions Boston. But Rolly, the goalie, was a big part of that. He was stellar against the Penguins in that first round. As we take a trip down NHL memory lane. PIHL memory lane, Bethel Park's last championship on the AAA level in 2012. Hempfield, they're going to have a chance to play for their first ever as the Spartans knock off Bethel Park here on the island tonight by the final count of 6-2. Next Monday, March 16th, 6:15 p.m. at the UPMC Lemieux Complex in Cranberry. The Spartans will be there. They await the winner of Penn Trafford and Greater Latrobe. And Hempfield looking for a chance to make history as we take a look through the scoring here. Time now for our Play It Again Sports Greensburg 3 stars of the game. Tough to choose just 3. Ty, our 3rd star of the game with 2 goals and assist, Nick Krupe. Our 2nd star of the game, 34 saves on 36 shots, Evan Saltzgiver. And our player of the game, I'm going to flip those around. We're going to give Nino DiPietro the 3rd star. He had 2 goals tonight.
I was about to say 3 points.
We're going to give Saltzgiver the 2nd star, 34 of 36. And your number 1 star and Play It Again Sports Greensburg player of the game with 2 goals and an assist is Nick Krupe. Final score here from RMU. Hempfield looking for their first Penguins Cup. They move on. They will play Monday night, 6:15 p.m. at the UPMC Lemieux Complex in Cranberry. For Ty Polk, Matt Vandriak, thanks for watching. Keep it here. Game 2 coming up. You're watching the 2026 PIHL Penguins Cup playoffs on TenbandTV.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
blocked. Follow-up try with the screen in front. Save made, Saltzgiver. And he finds the rebound as well as Bethel Park buzzing early. Couple of good looks there for both Feliceris. Now Bethel Park brings it back. Opportunity here for Decker. Decker against two white jerseys. Has a man. One-timer. Big save and the rebound covered as Christen in the slot. Ripping the one-timer, but Saltzgiver says no. Couple of players tumbling as the exit here for Bethel Park. It's J.J. Williams. Williams breaks the Blackhawk zone, but offsides against the Spartans as Krupe had already crossed the line. Park brings it back with numbers. Bush leads the charge. Has a trailer. Finds him. Wrister saves Saltzman as Dylan Hartman just on tie. Had a look from the circle, but Saltzgiver again equal to the task. Cutting it up along the left wall. Centering feed doesn't go through. DiPietro, no, but he scores! Nino DiPietro just threw it to the net. Traffic in front. Right from DiPietro, who throws it back to the net. The redirect save made, and now a whistle as DiPietro put it back, and Holtzman did get a piece of that one tie. It wins and pushes in. Holtzman taken down.
Yeah, they're calling a penalty on that one. That's going to be a hold.
Husa's going to get 2 minutes in the penalty box and also 2 points for the takedown. An even strength tally, his first of the playoffs. Kai Decker tries to go 1-on-3, and he's going to draw a penalty. And the Blackhawks will go to the man advantage for the first time tonight. Seconds as a power play time, carrying over into the second period. Steele, Bush with the man in front. Save made by Saltzgiver. And there's no rebound tie. He didn't see it, but he kept it out.
He did not.
Center red is Kai Decker. Decker spins as he breaks the Hempfield line, circles back to the left point. Decker works through a man. Great stick work, sending it down low. In tight, comes back. Decker! Score! Christen with the setup. Decker with the finish. Pass cut off. Good work there in the neutral zone, and now here comes Ezra Kozak. Kozak gets around two men. Has a man in front. Great block by Hempfield's Nathan Planey. Without it. Williams comes back as a Blackhawk is fouled. Drop pass. Fanning on the shot. Redirect score! Maddox Wills gives the Spartans the lead back. Ty, that fan turns out to be perfect for the Spartans. 2-on-2 develops back the other way. Cross ice feed. Dylan Hartman taken down on his way to the net. And Bethel Park's going back to the power play as the freshman Jack Hartman sticks. No harm, no foul in the officials' eyes. Back the other way. Glove save made as Ezra Kozak brought it in. He was desperate. Man in the slot. Hartman has to spin back out. Sends it over to the right point. Husa down the board. Shot from a tough angle. Absorbed by Saltzgiver. Hartman, he's everywhere right now. Has the puck, tries to put it through, can't, gets it back. Hartman passes off, right wing shot, save made Saltzgiver. Rebound in. Clean win for the Spartans. Krupe looks it over, scores! Nick Krupe puts the mesh in motion. And with 5:01 left in the second period, Krupe wins his own faceoff. And then rips the wrister home. Must call every time. Bush from the left point. Dragging it over here. Shot through traffic. Redirect. And Saltzgiver finds it with the glove.
Make sure I'm Kozak.
From the right circle. Shot does not get through. Hempfield back shorthanded. And here comes an opportunity back for DiPietro. DiPietro looks it over and scores! Nino DiPietro! Red light activated! SHG! The Blackhawks, Eric Husa. Husa looks it over. Finds Decker in the circle. Decker with a screen in front, hits his own man. Loose puck back to Decker, blocked! Great effort there by Hempfield's Kevin Sabe. He may have just saved a goal.
Yeah, Sabe.
Right side, handled there by Veliceris. Veliceris drops it back. Pushed down low to the corner. Walking it out in tight, tough angle shot, save made. Rebound battled for, kept out. As gloves, players, and sticks fly. One-time try by Bush, up and over. March trying to get around his man. March works back behind the net. March drags through to the near side. In front, redirect. Tiemann with a huge stop. As Andrew Bryan in front deflects it on. And Tiemann with a game-saving stop there because if well defended on the play. Brady Wassel able to get back there and deny that opportunity in the slot. Turning try, save made. Jake Hartman blocked. Kevin Sabe, he's been strong on the blue line all night. And now Hempfield back the other way. Williams leads the charge, has two trailers. Williams cross ice feed, score! Nick Krupe And the Spartans lead 5-1.
Long try by Mart's team and thought about letting it go. He was able to hang on to it with the second effort. He was set up in that power play. You got it in the back of your head.
Belisaris not going down without swinging as he finishes his man off there, and then a good look by Wills, who got hammered on the games. Tuesday the 17th will be the 1A and 3A championships as
Willis, oh my goodness, he
comes back to the net. Saltzgiver covers, and then some business picking up as Foth collides with the keeper, and the Spartans swarm.
I think they're going to take foul move maker on that one goal.
2-on-1 back the other way. Gardner leads the charge. Gardner wrist shot, save made by Tiemann, blocked by Miller. And now Miller back with speed the extra other way, trying to push it ahead to himself. Miller has a man going towards the net. Miller going to take it himself. Save made, rebound kept out. As Luke Fouth was in there, another try in front. And I think I see a Neville Township police officer loose. Top team all year. Gardner bringing it back. Drags it down tough. Angle shot, he scores! Karen Gardner roofs it from in tight. And the Spartans lead 6-1 with 3:51 left here in the third. We'll stay 5-on-5. Coincidental penalties in the PIHL do not affect play on the ice. Centering feed. Looking it over. Wrist shot, score! Emerson Faust in the slot. And the left side, it's Luke Fouth. In tight, save made, diving and covering it is Evan Saltzgiver as the Spartans knock off Bethel Park here on the island tonight by the final count of 6-2. Next Monday, March 16th, 6:15 p.m. at the UPMC Lemieux Complex in Cranberry. The Spartans will be there. They await the winner of Penn Trafford and Greater Latrobe.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.